Hey there! Today we're going to talk about collaboration. No matter what your field of expertise or study, eventually you will have to collaborate with someone on a project or a work task. When it involves documents or presentations, an excellent way to get the job done is to use Google Drive. Well, let's face it, when students hear the words group project, they cringe. Teachers like them for a lot of reasons, but one of the primary benefits of a group project is helping students to learn to work together, share ideas, and expand their knowledge and experience. Of course, group projects have their own pitfalls as well, and often things break down and one person or two people get stuck with most of the responsibility. One of the reasons is other group members are just not as strong in that subject. Of course, that's part of the reason for doing a group project, so you can all learn from each other, but sometimes it causes real problems. Another reason is that other group members just don't have the same work ethic. We all know the situation. They like to sit back and just let a couple other people do all the work. It happens. There's also poor group organization overall, and when you can't keep everything in order, it gets kind of messy and it gets hard to get the project done. But probably the biggest reason it doesn't do well is a lack of consistent communication. If you don't have good communication, it's hard to bring all the pieces of the project together in a good, coherent product. So, what happens when it all falls apart? The load falls on the head of one person, and everybody loses. Of course, one of the most difficult aspects of getting a group project done is getting everybody together. Especially when you're a student, you're busy and going all different directions, and sometimes the only time you see these people is when you have class together. One option for sharing your work is email. But email can get messy. You send your group one email, then somebody else sends you another one, and then another one, and you're constantly emailing with different versions of the same product. But before you know it, you've got 5 different papers in your email box and downloaded to your computer, and you're not sure which one is which or which part this person liked and that person didn't like, and it can be very confusing, and the whole thing can blow up. So that's where Google Drive comes in. Google Drive is one of the easiest ways to get information shared. So the first thing you do is make sure you have a Gmail account. Then you can log into any of the Google products, and I'll show you how. Working with Google Drive is really easy. All you have to do is get that account with Google and you sign in as I have here. You go to your selection of tools and choose Drive. It'll show you all the documents that you have in your drive. If you're starting a new one, you can just create or you can upload one. And I'm going to pick the top one here. And I've already clicked on it, so there it is open. And I've shared that with my friend Miss Cooper, and we are working on this project together. So she is actually online now. You could see that right there, and see I can hover over that little pink bar and it tells me whose cursor is right there, and that's Miss Cooper's cursor. So I've decided to open a chat window with her so that we can communicate while we're working with the document. So you can see Miss Cooper has joined in and responded to my request for her to start helping me edit this paper. So we can chat back and forth a little bit, and you can see that there are some places where she's just changed the color of the font and to let me know, how she's organizing. So this really works a lot like Word. You've got the same tools up there, and you can make edits, and as you can see, I'm typing in there now and adding something. And now I'm typing her a little message. And see, this is a great way to communicate while we're working on the document, even if we can't be there together. Now, I want to put a little comment in here, and sometimes if the other person isn't available online, you can leave little comments in the document and see how that'll highlight that and flag that, and I can put a question or a comment or a correction, whatever, right there, and she'll see it, and it can be a reminder to me or to her or both of us. And so now you can see Ms. Cooper is typing, and her little flag is following her words as she types. So you can really interact and watch each other work with the document. It's a great way to collaborate. And there she's adding a little bit more in a different color. Some of this is just, leaving notes for each other to think about later. We can talk about it through the chat window, but sometimes we forget a little bit about what we're talking about when we come back to the document. And now I'm making some changes to what Ms. Cooper just typed. I'm going to change this to a different color. When you have most of your information where you want it and you're pretty sure you're ready to finalize your document, you can download your Google document as a Word file. And that way you can finish the final touches like page numbers and headers and that kind of thing. So you just download it and you'll find it in your downloads file, and you double click on that and open it up in Word. And then you just go to work making whatever adjustments you need to make and save it as a Word document and print it off. Now you have a clean, well-organized group project. So the next time you need to bring a group together to work on a project, don't forget you have Google Drive available to you. Even when you're miles apart, you can edit things together. You have your laptop and your home computer and Google Drive. Put them to work for you. And once you get all the major things ironed out and you need to do those final details, don't forget you can download your project into a Word document and finish those final touches. You can also download it into a PowerPoint or an Excel file. So use Google Drive when you need to collaborate and create a project that works for everyone.